Hey guys, welcome to Raja Makes Money, and we did it. Chicken, winner, winner, chicken dinner everywhere today. We made money in the markets, even in the markets being down. It's crazy. When the markets were up yesterday, we lost money. When the markets are down today, we made money. I can't figure this out. Maybe you guys can. What are we just playing reverse market stocks? But hey guys, great news. We made money and welcome all my money makers. If it's your first time watching and you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you click on that subscribe button. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching me on Facebook, make sure to follow me. And thank you guys for joining us. But hey, let's get right into it. A terrific day. CCIV exploded. Hopefully it can keep it going. It's down a little bit in after hours, but that's okay. Everything that goes up must come down a little bit at some time, and hopefully it still goes up. We still got 3 more days left this week, but a terrific day. $222,000 up. It's crazy. Imagine if we could have got, instead of 34 cents, imagine if that would have been 22 cents. 22222. But yeah, terrific day in the markets, coming back up, strong in the 6 million range. So looking good. Go over stuff. IDEX today up 8 cents. Of course, after hours right now, it's down 8 cents. But hopefully, like I said, it really doesn't matter what these are doing after hours. It's what they're doing tomorrow when the market opens. But CCI or IDX came up because it was all the way down today to $2.88. So a nice bounce up there. And we still have this hedge for the calls we sold. So we still have a lot. I mean, we still have a great possibility to make about another. If this thing gets to 350 by next Friday, we have about 80, 90 grand in profit still left. Jaguar today down a little bit, 2 cents, kind of all over the place. CTYX today down a touch. I may buy some more of this one tomorrow. This one, as Kenny and the research team, they like to buy on dips. This could be a really good dip play. Gold Rich Mining we got out of yesterday. PVSP we got out of yesterday. And today, Verdi Bio Holdings. This one, yesterday, remember I did that great average down on it. So we actually got out of this one with a tiny profit, but we had been down at 1.5 grand on it. But with my average down yesterday and a little rally today, we are out of it and we made a little bit of money. So out of that one, Eric's today up 12 cents, looking good and stuff. This was inaccurate yesterday for some reason. If you remember, it had that. This showed 40 cents. We paid 33 cents for these. I don't know why yesterday it had a weird print or something, but this one's pretty much where we bought it. And then, of course, CCIV, I did take advantage of those dips, and I did sell back or bought back 600 contracts for a nice profit. So yesterday we had a couple of those dip trades, and today again on 600 contracts that I sold at 130 and 135, I bought back at 110. So nice little profit, and I was kind of waiting. I honestly I wasn't expecting CCIV just to take off like it did. It was sitting around that up. It got up to around 2350, 2360, came down to like 2310 in there. It was just bouncing around. And I was like, all right, whatever. We'll be up a little bit of money today. And all of a sudden, this thing just exploded. All of a sudden, before I knew it, 24.50. Then it came back down to like 23.90, and then it just took off 24.96. Then it pulled back to like the closing around 24.50 or 24.46. But yeah, I mean, just took me by surprise. So, but very happy with the surprise. Here's the Verdi Holding ones. Sold those in 2 batches of 900,000 each. CCIV. These are the 600 contracts that I bought back at $1.10. So you can see here, it got me 15 contracts around 1023, 1024. I was able to get 13 contracts. Then 2 more contracts got bought at around noon. And then 2 hours later, 1 contract got bought. And this is where it just blew out. All of a sudden at 228, it took off. And all of a sudden I got filled. So, and limit orders are good. A lot of people always, say like, if you know your target or what you want to make, just pick a price. And that's what you do. You say, you know what, I want to make X and, call it a good trade. You never know how much you'll make on those. And, sometimes it's better just to take steady money. Of course, I'm kicking myself now saying I bought those back at, $1.10 and, they're 70 cents. I could have made on 600 contracts, 40 cents more, another $24,000. I mean, these actually were as low as 65 cents today. But you just never know. It also could have gone the other way. So the good news is I'm sitting with a lot of cash on hand, a lot of buying power again. And if CCIV keeps going, So be it. I've got 200,000 more dollars to make this week on it, and it'll be a terrific week. If it drops again, we'll buy some more, maybe. And on Friday, Thursday into Friday, we'll play something for 25 cents for six, 800 contracts for 20, 30 grand, and so be it. Let's have a nice let's have a great week. Let's make another 300,000. I like these $200,000-$300,000 weeks. Like I said, we're getting back on track. I'm focusing. I know how to make money trading options, and that is what we are going to do. But on the other hand, we have Kenny and the research team, and those guys are trading all those stocks and OTC stuff, and let's see how they did today. So the research team, unfortunately, today was down. Now, this shows that they were up today. But yeah, unfortunately, the research team was down today about $1,700 or $1,800 or $2,000, somewhere in there. They had a couple of stocks that brought them down, and this is where this is the big one, EEENF. So this one actually closed at like 0.02 cents or 0.018 cents. I don't know why it has this erroneous print of 0.07 cents and shows that we're up 3,500. This position is down actually about $800 for the research team. So they did have a couple of trades that they did well on today. They like all the positions, but unfortunately, EENF, NRPI, and SRSR didn't do it, but like they say, they love the dips, so they're taking advantage of it, and they think EENF is going to come back pretty strong tomorrow. So hopefully it does. I want them to do nothing but terrific stuff because this is my $100,000 in play. Like I told you guys, I'm putting my money where my mouth is on the research team and their picks. Also, guys, welcome all our Patreon members and all of you guys. All my trades I do in real time, I post on our Patreon page. All the trades the research team and Kenny do, he posts on our Facebook page in real time. So if you guys would like our trades or to see what we're doing, you can get them all with our Patreon group. So, and all you have to do is go to patreon.com. Raja makes money. Bermuda, $2 super chat. Thank you so much. But yeah, so back to what we got here. So yeah, a lot of trades, a lot of positions are closed. And you can see here where they're averaging down and stuff, and what looks like it's ready to go. I think this VP, the VP one, I like a lot. They, how much of that they have? Yeah, this one here, the Verde Bio, that's the one I sold out of today. And I know the research team got out of that one earlier with a nice profit, then they got back into it today. So, they've got about $45,000 of their money in play. So, not bad. You're going to have up days, you're going to have down days. Unfortunately, when they do these erroneous prints like this, tomorrow, no matter what happens, it's going to look like they're really down a lot of money, but so be it. But the good news is CCIV did terrific today. We're looking really good on it. And like I said, a great day in the markets, $6.1 million, not too shabby. After hours is down 20 cents right now. Yesterday after hours is up, so it's going to bounce around. But, like I said, we did terrific. For the markets to be down so much today, it was definitely a great day in the markets. But the futures are pointing up a little bit. But like I said, a little sell-off today. This is interesting. If you guys have been following this, the Morgan's, I can't pronounce, Archios, whatever they want to call themselves, this whole hedge fund, and how all these funds and how some people were selling ahead of the situation and they knew, and it was just on these Chinese stocks and the margin call. But if none of these people all sold and went crazy, I don't know. It's just insane. So, but the good news is, I think tomorrow, you guys all have been asking about the Click daughter, Natalie. I think she's going to come and join me tomorrow on the show. So hopefully she'll be back. It'll be good to have her back on the show. Thomas says, Scott, if I was to buy a stock to hold into your 70s, name it now, Apple. I would buy Apple. And like I said, it doesn't matter what Apple does up and down a little bit. It's going to be worth more money next year and the year after that and the year after that. It's going to keep going up. Al, $5 super chat. Raja, I have learned to gamble from you. Newly, I have learned to trade from you. You made a big impact in my life. Well, thank you so much, Al. I really appreciate that. And I really appreciate that. I hope you're doing good. And just remember, always gamble responsibly or trade stocks responsibly. Always be careful. gambling and stuff. Sander slots, all the advice from Patreon and made me 200%. That's terrific, and congratulations, and keep it up. You guys, it's not hard to make money trading stocks. It's hard to figure out a lot of times when to sell and when to buy them, or when to buy them and then when to sell them. And also, sometimes you have to take care of the dips and look at different stuff, out there and stuff. But there is so much to be made trading stocks. I mean, it's like I said, it's like a very, very large casino with so many different choices, and stuff to play and stuff. But it's crazy. But one of these stocks, also, guys, that you've seen me trade a couple of times in and out of, PVSP. And this one had some news at the close of the market. This one's looking good. I flipped this one a couple of times in the last few days, if you guys remember. I didn't play it today, but the research team's playing it. But this one's looking really nicely, up 32% today. Nice little rocket ship there at the end of the day here. But and they had some news out after the day. This is not the news. This is from 2 months ago. But they did have some positive news out today. So keep an eye on this one tomorrow. That's going to be my hot stock tip for you guys. But take a look here. And you're not going to believe this, guys. The one and only Slots and Steak is in the house. Good to see you, David. And David's coming with us to Punta Cana, Dominican Republic next week. So don't forget, guys, next week we are going to be on the road. We will not be here, be on the road. Al says, no, it's not hard. Hard part is knowing when to buy for me right now. And it is. And that's why, I'm trying to show you guys, especially with the options. Like I said, the options, I got dialed in. I understand how they work. And they do incredible. Stocks are, and I understand, obviously, stocks, you just have to figure out which ones to buy, and you got to look for those rallies. And then you got to, like I said, sometimes there's stuff that just goes up so high, and, you just kick yourself and wish you held it longer. And other times there's stuff that you're like, you know what? I wish to God I sold sooner, or, But like I said, you have to always watch for those dips. So Justin says, what's up with Palantir? Any reason why it's not up, I'm assuming. And we've talked about Palantir a lot. And this is the one that Kathy Woods came in and, bought some and stuff. But like I said, this stock, it's a dud. It's a great company, has great future. But right now, it's a dud. They came out with their earnings and said, look, we're not going to do anything. We're not going to do anything incredible this year. Like, this is our earnings. This is what it is. So terrific company, terrific products, terrific, stuff that they're doing, but they didn't come out with any good news. So I don't know why everybody thinks this thing should be up. And I get that all the time. I know a lot of people are always asking about it. This, was a hot IPO. It came out, it did well. And I mean, it's where it's trading is what it's worth. They don't have there's nothing new coming out with it. So you definitely have to, just like I said, it's just like one of those ones that, hey, it is what it is. Thoughts on Sundial, SDNL. So this is another one we played before. It got up to like $3 or so. Then came all the way down. SDNL. Well, I don't know if SNDL. Are you talking about, well, if you're talking about Sundial, I don't know what SDNL is. I'm assuming you're talking about Sundial Growers. This was another one. It took off. It did really well. Got all the way up here, as high as, $4 this year on that rally. Marijuana stocks, they're going to keep growing. Hopefully Biden or his administration legalizes them. And it does well. It'll be interesting to see what happens and stuff. I will tell you this, with all this Archios, or with this whole big fallout, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I mean, obviously there's going to be lawsuits, and they just said that Goldman sold to some people ahead of news, or there's some insider stuff going on there. So Jim says PAVM, nice day today. Price target north of 8. Yeah, terrific day, up 20%. Always nice to see a dollar stock run. It looks like near its highs and stuff, so looking really good. But yeah, markets today, like I said, in a down day today, we did terrific. It's kind of interesting. Tesla today was actually, I think it was down a touch today, But it's weird because the other actually up, well, 57 cents is like being flat, but with CCIV up so strong and stuff, and some of the other movement and stuff happening was terrific to see. So Brian says, why did EEFN tank? I read the news and didn't sound bad. It didn't sound bad, and that's why the research team and Kenny think that this one is going to have a nice bounce. But like I always tell you guys, sometimes when stuff runs so hard, it can come down so hard. So you always have to be very, very careful with these. And this one to me looks like a good one to buy on the dip. I think there's going to be a nice bounce. Just massive, trading volume on this thing. Way above the normal average. And who knows? Now, of course, somebody's going to say, "Oh, it's the shorts." It's very hard to short these stocks that are at fractions or a penny or 2 pennies. That's high risk. This isn't a short or anything. This is probably just a lot of people made a lot of money yesterday with it, and I don't I've read it, and the news isn't so incredible on some of these plays. Also, the valuations on some of these companies are just astronomical. They have way too many shares out there outstanding, and like I said, it's very tough. OTC plays, you really have to, you really have to follow them. And could have just been an overreaction today of people selling it off and stuff, but definitely did good. The one we talked about last night that Jeff Schwartz had talked about it previously with the Microsoft lawsuit. This one had a terrific day today, up 74%, closed near its highs of the day. I looked at it this morning when it was around 250, 265. And thought, maybe I'll play it, but the volume was so little on it, and it kind of worried me. I mean, even like I said, 12 million shares. So the good news is there's not a lot of volume, and you can run a stock that much. The bad news is if a bunch of people sell their stock really quick, it can run down really, really fast. So this one, another one, keep an eye on it. See where it goes. But it's had a great run today, so you can't knock that. But like I said, guys, and tomorrow, hopefully, the Click daughter, Natalie's going to be back joining me and stuff, so it should be good. But lots of stuff going on. What else you guys got? What other questions can I answer for you guys? So let's see. We got Ernest, one of our YouTube sponsors, and all you guys can become YouTube sponsors and stand out in the chat, and also have access to the really cool emojis that we have. Ernest says, "What's the deal with KELYB? Been way up and gets halted, then just goes down afternoon." KELYB. Not one I'm familiar with. We'll take a look at it. A lot of times, if you guys remember with GameStop, every time it would get halted, it would tank because people get worried when something gets halted. I mean, still up for the day. Oh, wow. It's all the way up to $48. So more near the lows of the day. But this is another one. It's, wow, been as high as 90. This one just looks like one that just has a lot of, trading. I mean, 240,000 shares is very, very low. So obviously the float must be pretty low on this one and what's moving it. Kelly acquires specialty technology staffing and workforce solutions firm SoftWorld. Honestly, I wouldn't even, without watching it or knowing more about it, honestly, if they halted this one, that seems really weird because it only has volume of 240,000 shares. Usually the stocks that get halted, I mean, the volume is pretty significant. So very interesting. I have no idea on this one. So I'll leave that to Kenny and the research team. Maybe he has some clues. I don't even see where it went to the $91. It's 52-week range at $90 somewhere. But don't know a whole lot about that one. So Jeffrey says, "I'm trying to learn about short iron condors. Would something like that work on Tesla? What stocks would I look for when doing these type of options?" That's a good question. But there's different things. You have, spreads, credit spreads, condors, irons, all this stuff. I'm not a big player of all that stuff. I don't like to overcomplicate things. So those are things. The best way to do them is there's a lot of programs and a lot of like Schwab has, which I use, and some of the other companies have. Is there's modeling programs that you can put all the data in there on the stocks you're playing. Obviously Tesla. a GameStop and stuff that's more volatile, it has a better chance to make more money and a higher chance to lose it all, versus other stocks that don't have as big of a risk, as far as movement and stuff and that goes. But I just like to buy the puts, sell the puts, to acquire the stock, do some of those credit spreads or, credit roll ups and stuff. I don't know. Like I said, you got to be careful with that kind of stuff. And a lot of that stuff is, you're just hedging your bets in so many different directions. It's like a parlay, I guess would be the easiest way to explain it. So you'll notice most of what I do, you'll never see me doing that kind of stuff. So somebody said, any reason why NLST went up so much today? Yeah, they had the news out about their lawsuit with Microsoft, was one of the reasons. They also had an 8K out after hours today. So those are, I think, the main reasons. And hopefully it continues to go up, but who knows what will happen next. So Shockey USA says, do you buy calls? I do, buddy. And if you look right now in our account, we are playing Ericsson right there. And we have 300 calls. The C stands for calls, P for puts. We have 300 calls on that one. So we play them. Okay, let's see. Derek says, where to trade over the counter? Webull not supported. Yeah, so on over the counter stuff, you probably want to go with Schwab, Ameritrade, Interactive Brokers, and some of those firms. Unfortunately, Webull does not support that stuff. So Sean says, you should look at CHPT, ChargePoint, EV chargers up 10% again today, price target at 49. And there was another charging company today. I can't think of the name of it, but I saw it on CNBC earlier. That was also up tremendous. Maybe this could be the one. They have a big order to make the truck or batteries for some trucks or something. Is that? Yeah, this may be the one, ChargePoint. So this could be the one. Like I said, let's see, IPO, Fireside Chat Blink. But I don't know if this is the one. It's supposed to have like a deal to make batteries starting in 2022 or something. It said through 25 for trucks and stuff. So, like I said, a lot of these stuff, a lot of stuff going on. And somebody says Blink. All right, maybe that was it. All right, Blink charging, BLINK. Yeah, this was the one. That was up, 42% today, and that one's been going too pretty strong. So many of them out there. University First American. Let's see. But I mean, obviously, electric vehicle stuff, charging. This is going to be big. The thing you have to look at with all this stuff is why is it going up? And if it's going up for something that's not going to happen for a year or 2 years from now, 5 years from now, how is that going to affect the stock today? And how is the stock going to be supported if it does that in time? So it'll definitely be interesting and stuff. Also, guys, the research team says ILUS, Illustrato Pictures, this one here that they have, and they've been playing, just announced a confirmation of patents that they have. So this could be pretty big for this stock. So definitely check it out. Sorry, I can't pronounce that. Any thoughts on ACY? Let's take a look at that one. Aero Century Corp. Wow, had a nice day there. 52-week high, 89 to 38 cents. That thing's definitely been all over the place last 6 months. Looks like it's been pretty steady where it's at. Oops. This is a bankruptcy play, it looks like. So I guess bankruptcy plays are dangerous. If they don't go bankrupt or they come out of it, they're definitely good. It's like AMC. I think AMC was up yesterday, down a little bit today. This is another one, losing money. The movie theaters are open, but it's going to be a long road for them. So definitely have to take a look at that one. Let's see here. Shockey says, wasn't sure. I hear you talking more about puts. So we do talk a lot about puts, and a lot of my strategy is selling puts to open, which is meaning I want to acquire the stock. I'm personally not really looking to acquire the stock, but as you've seen with CCIV before, and obviously IDEX in my account with 180,000 shares, I do let stock get put to me, and then I figure out how do I get out of it. One, I may just sell it and just say screw it, and whatever it is. Hopefully, it worked out. IDX, for example, it got put to us at $5 a share. We sold the original at 50 cents. We've picked up about another 50 cents now. So our average cost into the stock is $4. I'm willing to get out of this thing at 350. I would actually, be losing 50 cents. But if we don't get out, and I sell the 350 or $3 or one of them for another 40 or 50 cents, I may have all my money back. Or, I mean, this is maybe a strategy that works. The only thing I don't like about this one is that it's a 30-day option, so it doesn't trade weekly. You're stuck for 30 days. So if all of a sudden this thing ran to $5, you're stuck for 30 days to close out the position. If all of a sudden it goes to $1, you're stuck for. But they came out with earnings. I mean, I think this is going to sit around three, unless there's some news, or some momentum. It'll probably sit around there. So definitely look at it. Lord Beer says, what do you think about LMT call for June? They have earnings on the 20th of April. They have so many good news. Kathy Woods brought some stock with her aerospace defense group. So, one thing is you have to remember, while everyone loves Kathy Woods, and not saying anything bad about her, she has tremendous earnings and did really well. Lockheed Martin is a terrific company. It's near its, a little off its highs. But if you look at the range it trades in, it's right around that range. It's a little bit up from where it's been down. I mean, it's 320 to 420 in the last year, so it's in that mid range. The other thing, it's tough to say. What it will do. They definitely have a lot of stuff going on, but don't get sucked in to the Kathy Woods this or that, because if you look at most of the stuff she's been buying, it's been going down. And like I said, she's had a tremendous 2020. She's had a really, really rough 2021. So like I said, you gotta go with it as a grain of salt there. But she's been way up, she's been way down. I mean, this thing is definitely way down from where it's been. And just like I said, look at Palantir. She bought Palantir, it ran up to $29, and then now look what price it is. So you just got to be very careful with that stuff. Also, GameStop. I'm still watching this one. The volatility, it's crazy how this thing can move so much. And now, well, even like yesterday, it moved a lot and then came back. But like, today and, keeps closing right around, this flat area. I'm watching this one. I still think there's a lot of opportunity to slam it. Like I said, if they put out these other 3.5 million shares, that's more shares in the float. That's more shares for people to short. And they got to support that price. I don't know. 3.5 million shares are going to sell for $200 a share to raise $1 billion that they can sell anytime the market's, anytime you start seeing this thing run and they start selling into it, it's going to be a rough go. So definitely be interesting. But the good news is, guys, you are the money makers. I'm just the Raja, and we made a lot of money today. Had a great day in the marketplace. Hopefully, you guys had a terrific day in the marketplace. And hopefully this rally for us, market's up or down, the rally keeps going. Hopefully unfortunately, the research team and Kenny were a little bit down today. Hopefully they have a nice bounce tomorrow and keep it going. But they are up for the last week still, and up since they started trading. So they're doing good. I'm very proud of them. Remember, guys, our Patreon group, My Trades, real time. You want to see what I'm buying, what I'm selling. I post in real time what I'm doing. It's for entertainment purposes only, but you guys can follow along, and you can, if you like my trades, feel free to do some of them. Also, research team, Kenny and the research team, they post on our Facebook private group, and anyone who's a Patreon member can post on it, and definitely take advantage of it. You don't want to miss it, because there's some really good stuff on there and some really good trades. Ryan says, let's get some great news on CTYX. Like I said, tomorrow, Ryan, I may be a buyer. I may be buying some. I think the biggest problem with that one right now is it's just held up with FINRA just because of COVID and stuff. Everything is slowed down right now. So Jay says Dogecoin. I don't even know what that one's at. I haven't looked at that one in a while. I'm playing Waxcoin, which has done well for me and had a really nice rally. Bitcoin is bouncing around towards its lows of the day, but let's see here, Dogecoin price. I don't even know what it's at. It was around that 6 cents. So I'm shocked it stayed this strong from where it's been, ups and downs. I still think it's worthless, but like I said, guys, I have that wax coin, and that's done really well for me. Um, I have a lot of it. I was around 28, 29. Oh, that's come down. Wow, that was a big drop in the last hour. That's interesting why it dropped so much, but it was doing really well. It got up to about 35 cents. I probably should have sold some of it, but I haven't yet. But it's still doing very well. I have average. I'm into this thing for pennies, so looking good. Even at 23 cents, I can't complain. Much rather look at it at 30 cents, but it stayed pretty strong because it's very interesting. The last week, it stayed in this 30s, and this is one because of all those NFTs and everything like that. It was a big play. So, but it come down here to these 20s, then bounce back up, and these are all over the place. It's tough to say, but you gotta move fast on those. So definitely, Mark says RMO was the stock you were looking for. RMO, okay, is that the one, the battery one on CNBC today? RMO, Romero Power. There we go. Yeah, up 50. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, up 59% today. So this one, terrific one, but it's also interesting. This one's been as high as $38. So I don't know. This could be a really good buy. This thing was way up here, and now it's way down. So some good news with the battery. Yeah, and PACCAR enter long-term supply agreement. Peterbilt, that's the one. So I don't know. This one actually I like this one. This one could be a good play. I'm going to look at it. Like I said, the only thing I don't like is when something goes up so strong, then you got to worry about it coming down so strong. So always be careful in those. But guys, that's what I got for you. Wishing you guys all the best tomorrow in the markets. I hope you guys do good. Wishing myself the best. I'd love to have CCIV keep it moving, get it up a little bit more into the end of the week, midweek tomorrow. But hey, a great day in the marketplace. We are way up for the week and up for the last 2 weeks. So I'm very happy. Can't complain. But hey, guys, best of luck in the market. You guys are the money makers, and we're going to make a lot of money. Take care, and best of luck tomorrow.